Hey guys, unfortunately, apparently I decided to start this as soon as my heat kicked on, so I apologize for the off and on kind of high pitched noise that's going to be going on. Hopefully you're not hearing it. If so, I apologize and hopefully it's... Sorry, I just noticed my lips and they seem pale-ish today. I don't know. Um, I've been getting distracted a lot lately, more scattered than normal, and I've still been taking my meds um, every day, but it's just the things I'm going through right now. Uh, I was going to update everybody yesterday. Um, that video and another video that I did both didn't have sound. I have to play with the microphones Nerfy sent me because I think it was user error. Um, I didn't charge the piece that went into the phone, and I think that might have been the culprit. Additionally, thank you, Nerfy. Um, I'm. She showed herself boxing to send them to me on a stream, so I assume that I can talk about it. And I appreciate it so much. Um, and I also appreciate all the condolences that I've been getting and everything. I have been updating everyone on my community tab because I wasn't up to doing a video until yesterday, more or less. So I'm going to try, and hopefully I'll even keep it shorter this time. Tom passed away a week ago now, because it's Saturday again. It is, wow, 5:09 p.m. Yeah, it's time has been so messed up for me this week. So last week at 4:43 p.m., Tom had passed away. Has passed away. I'm not sure which tense to use. I know that's a weird thing to fixate on, but yeah, we're gonna touch base on all the weird observations I've been making of myself since this has been going on. That's actually going to be a video following this that I'll be doing right after I finish up. And that will be how autistics may experience grief. I'm still trying to figure out that title. I think that might be what I'm going with. It's been hard, and yes, I'm grooming myself on the camera because I see myself, and well, I took a shower yesterday, and I additionally fucked with my hair this morning. But it had almost been a week since I had showered, so it's good that I actually did it 2 nights in a row. I'm feeling more human-ish. It's been very hard, but I do want to assure people, and I'm going to do it throughout this video, I'm going to be okay. Ultimately, through all of this, I know I'm going to be okay. And I want to assure people that I'm going to be okay. There's not going to be some sort of lovebird scenario going on here, no Romeo Juliet, whatever you want to call it. I actually have a phobia of dying. I am a wistful atheist, which means I wish that I could believe that there was something more after this life. Because, I mean, it would be nice to have an existence that continues. I want that idea, you know? But there's been too much in my past that I just can't have blind faith in anyone, really. And that includes intangible beings that I can't interact with in any way, shape, or form. I'd like to think that ultimately they wouldn't hold it against me. Because it's not like I'm a shit person. I mean, I don't need a book of fables to help me conduct myself. I know on a fundamental level the difference between right and wrong. You know, I'm definitely a part of that school of, well, treat others how you would prefer to be treated. I also believe in treating others as they treat others. So, Darwin is definitely a school of thought I ascribe to. But yeah, so I know people might not be comfortable with me discussing it, or more uncomfortable with the fact that I'm not a believer. I know there can be strong opinions on this, and so long as you're not going to try to condemn me for my lack of ability to believe, or otherwise tell me that I'm a horrible person because I can't, we're good. Well, unless you're using your religion to be racist or homophobic or, you know, any sort of obia or ism. I don't, no, we're not good. I just don't like people like that. And I won't associate with people like that. Um, I believe that if someone has earned hate, for me to actually use that word, they actually have to do something to earn that. And how they're born, or the bodies of those they love, I'm afraid my words are going to be twisted, but within consent, you know, all those things. It's so long as people aren't hurting people, consent. Because I know people learn to that, but you guys know what I mean. Fuck. If you're going to carry that sort of ugliness inside of yourself, I don't have the energy for it. That's just how I feel. This looks like water. It did start off as purified drinking water. But it's tap water with the Propel orange raspberry. Very good. I do 5 packets, which dilutes it. But I just want to add flavor to my water. I'm not looking to replace the water outright, you know. Um, See, this is why I wanted to make sure I do an update video first, so I'm maybe less rambly when I get to the whole grief thing. Um, I did miss doing this. But I didn't have the energy. Um, it probably was in part because of the way I was eating. I've just been eating, um, which isn't good for me. But I I gave myself a week to just order bad things, cook myself bad things, enjoy bad things. I've still been mindful though, like Taipei from Walmart, they do an ultimate fried rice, which comes like with little bits of barbecue pork and pieces of chicken, and it's a good place to start. But I got some shrimp that I add to it, and then I add additional egg and some additional vegetables. Like I got a bag of steamable mixed vegetables, and then some white onion and some green onion, and I have minced garlic and garlic paste to kind of just, zhuzh it up a little bit more. And I put my own spin on it, and um, it kind of dilutes the rice additionally while adding extra fiber. So it's balancing the carbs better. It's adding more protein. Um, I separately microwave some of the shrimp without seasoning, and then when they're cool enough for me to handle, I'll shred it up to give to the cats, and then they get an extra treat too, um, because that's good for them. Um, and again, no seasoning, no salt, no pepper, um, because they'll clean that plate. So I know they don't mind that I don't put salt and pepper on it. But I do. I love spoiling my boys, and like they have been an additional help in making sure I get out of bed still. So I want to show my thanks, but um, I still have at least made sure that I'm not necessarily drinking my calories. Still been trying to do the sugar-free options and such. Um, so I mean, I'm kind of vacationing, but I'm not just. I haven't full punched hit fuck it, and I'm not going to. Um, Especially, I mean, there's bonus mom, but more so now, I will be looking out for myself, and that that means that I should really do better about my health. So that will mean less excuses about why I keep slipping on my diet. I do need to to really get back to things. And yeah, I've had valid reasons. Explanations, not excuses. So I'm not beating myself up about it because shit has just been horrible. With the decline in Tom's health, just over the months, it was hard. And so I understand that his body just couldn't do it anymore. For a second I couldn't tell if I was hearing children or geese. Um, right. So Tom's body just, it had enough. And I think Bonus Mom is definitely going to look at legal avenues about Crown Park, because I was convinced, and I think she's now convinced, that there was at least some neglect involved in this, because when he went to the hospital for that second time, not only did he catch COVID again, but he apparently had a bladder infection. He had um, pneumonia. He he got septic, and apparently what was happening the whole time, and somehow people didn't think to check or understand enough. I don't know, but everything that was attacking his body was also kind of eroding his nervous system, by the spinal cord, I guess. Um, because people were gesturing here, so, and apparently, um, that was weakening his function. That's, I guess, why his legs. It was similar to apparently what I went through with my CIDP, but they they just didn't know. Um, they thought it was just other things attached to his glioblastoma. So it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if that was happening before. I mean, was that a result of the second surgery? Did something affect him then and was slowly working? Or, I mean, it leaves so many questions. And, but he wasn't being checked in on enough. They wouldn't listen to us when we tried to explain over and over that he had issues being able to even explain when he had gone to the bathroom and needed assistance, or that he was thirsty, or like, if you can't convey the need for your basic functions to be met, people should be trying to anticipate those needs more. They should be checking on his health more. Especially when they moved him into long-term care off of the physical therapy floor. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. And I'm trying not to rage. And I'm sorry, I'm experiencing a little bit of cotton mouth. And otherwise feeling uncomfortable, and that's why I'm licking my lips. Apparently, that's a thing um, that I've heard in the people that study behavior. Ugh, sorry about that. It's even dry in the back of my throat. Um, I did recently take my meds. I took them late because I woke up late, but I didn't even go to bed until 6 o'clock this morning. my sleep's been so fucked. I miss him so much. My world has been literally altered with his passing. He had been a constant since pretty much the summer of 97. He had been in my life longer than I didn't know him. And a lot of that, we were together. And bonus mom, she said yesterday that she was so happy that we found each other, and I'm happy too. I wouldn't change it. I really wouldn't. Even if that meant that I would be right back here today. But if I could go back and try to change things, yeah, this would be the one thing I'd try to change. I'd try to have him seen sooner by a doctor when he started having the silent seizures to begin with. So then maybe the tumor would be smaller and he would have had a better chance. The second that we really started noticing the tremors getting to be an issue, I would have had them looking at the nerve center instead of for another tumor, or doing both actually. Um, just previously, I would say that I wouldn't change anything, but now it's different. Now I would. Because I would. I guess it's a good thing that, well, personally, I don't believe in heaven, hell, all that, because, oh, if there was ever a reason I'd sell my soul. This would be it. Of course, I'd make sure that he was brought back in a healthy body. But absolutely. If you're gonna get my soul, I ain't getting fucked over on it. Oh, I would read that fine print. And here I thought this was going to actually be shorter. It's not. But it's still hard. I don't expect it's gonna. No, it hasn't gotten easier. Like, I've found ways to already kind of cope, I guess is the way to put it. Um, I've discussed about getting a tattoo using his ashes. It was actually something we discussed shortly after the first tumor happened. And um, he was out of recovery and everything. And he was at his mom's at the time. But he was still very much in his right mind. Well, technically his left mind because he was right-handed. But, he was looking up things that could be done, different burials, stuff like that. And he saw the different things that could be done with ashes: jewelry, tattoos. And, well, I don't have any yet, but he knows that that's only because of money. Like, I I do want them. And once I can hopefully find someone that can do it, he'll be part of my first tattoo. And of course, explaining this is actually going to put me longer on this one, so buckle up. Because I didn't even talk to you guys about the urn. But, because, oh my god, I found the perfect urn. And I know it's morbid as fuck, guys. I know, like, even this is weird, but this is the only regular all black shirt that I have that doesn't have, like, the X-Force insignia or some sort of Marvel logo on it. Or wasn't a pirate poet kind of top, off the shoulder thing. So this is what I'm working with. But yeah, he that was one of the things he and I personally discussed, and he talked about it. So, like, Mom knew. Lissa, I don't know if she's gonna actually go through with it. I know she talked about replacing the stones in her engagement ring with stones that are potentially made from Tom's ashes. She might do both. Tom was a big and tall, so there's plenty of ashes. And he wouldn't even be mad at me for saying that. Because that's honesty, Tourette's. It's true. I mean, he had lost a bit of weight because of everything, but there was still a lot of skin on that biggin. Fuck, I miss you. Right, so, apparently, there doesn't have to be like a special certification for using ashes and ink or anything like that, but usually, apparently, the finer the ash, the better, and they mix like a couple tablespoons into the ink. I'm trying to find, hopefully, someone that's worked with it or is willing to work with it. Because I know it's a morbid ask, and I mean, the kind of community that gets tattoos, I have a feeling that they'd probably be willing, but you never know. I know my weirdness is up there a bit. I'm not a unique weird girly, but I do understand that I'm pretty fucking weird. But so first I have to find someone who's willing and able, and then I'm gonna have to get the money. So that's gonna be a process. But that's potentially a bonus for you guys if you're fans of the channel, because I'm actually gonna be trying to put forward more content, because one of the other downsides of his passing, besides the obvious ones, is that Um, we were both receiving disability, and now it's just me receiving disability. So, um, that means fund money for me is pretty much non-existent. I'm now going to have to really look closely at things and see on even if I can keep taking my vitamins, um, because I at least have to make sure that rent is covered, cat stuff is covered, electric is covered, and internet. Um, I get SNAP benefits, so thankfully, um, food will be covered. But um, rent alone it was $558, so plus 11, $569 now, and I get just under $1,000 a month. So the rent alone is a little over half. Thankfully, the electric bill is it. We previously I have to have it switched over because it was in Tom's name, but we had it um set basically on a budget. Therefore, we were paying more over the winter months, even though we weren't using as much to offset what we're going to use in the summer because we have central heat, central air, but we pay for the central air portion because that's electric. So that's about $45. Um, yeah, it's about $45. It's like 44.80 or something like that. It's essentially about $45. Uh, Spectrum is like 90, and that's because I fucking have to go with their TV. I'm hoping somebody else in the near future will have like Fios in the area, but so far, no. Spectrum is like basically it. This place was actually only hooked up for cable. There's not even phone outlets. So if I were to try to do DSL or whatever, that's someone coming in and putting holes in the place. And if there's not even a place for like Verizon to start from, I don't even know how they do that or if they could. So I'm kind of locked in right now. That fucking sucks. Maybe that's why Fios has been slow to get here in this specific area. But so yeah, that's around 90. And then I at least want to keep Disney Plus because Tom actually bought some movies, and I think Lissa also uses it. So I don't want her to lose access. I don't want to lose access. I already had to remove him off of my YouTube Premium, and I didn't like doing that. But yeah, so um money's gonna be tight, but mom has said that we're gonna sit down and discuss it. I think she wants to help out a little bit, and frankly, I'm not gonna say no. Um, but I gotta hopefully I'll be able to do more with the channel. Um, I think maybe I'll try to do a video every day at least, going over like news articles, decimating the news, or, you know, um, I gotta see if I can figure out what was going on with Tom's computer. He said that he couldn't get it to the bedroom TV because he was using the bedroom TV as the monitor for his computer, and for some reason it wasn't working. So I gotta eventually figure that out. Um, it's I imagine because he had it on the floor for why I don't know, but I'm assuming there might be cat hair stuff like that. Like it, I'm probably gonna have to get some canned air and my mini vacuum and check stuff out. Mm, but maybe I'll start doing some game streams. Um, because I have always said from the start I didn't intend on this just being a weight loss channel, and I meant that. And so hopefully you guys will appreciate the there'll be other things to watch or listen to, interact with, um because I at least got some comments that you guys like put me on in the background, so you don't mind the fact that I do kind of go on for a bit. And thank you for being understanding that I'm a chatterbox. Apparently, um, I used to be such a social butterfly, so I think this is just a way to kind of reconnect with that. Um, Even if it's right now kind of a one-sided conversation. Um, but of course, as always, I encourage comments and stuff, you know. If you haven't noticed, I try to do my best to get back to everyone. There was one person, I don't know if they were trying to be funny at one point or if they were potentially being a troll, but during one of my status updates about Tom's health, somebody just left the comment, "Did he die?" And I just erased it, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, because I just couldn't see it. And that was before it actually happened, so it just, maybe it was a jinx. I don't believe in that, but fuck. Um, I keep getting off topic and I apologize. So the tattoo, um, it actually gave me a good measure of peace when I realized what I wanted to do. Um, and for my inaugural tattoo, I actually want to get it over my heart. And because I am not a small chested girl, there is plenty of room for it. But I'm thinking primarily, I think the terminology is grayscale. Um, but black, white, um, you know, shades of gray as shading. Primarily, it's going to be an image of a Valkyrie claiming a warrior's soul to bring to Valhalla. And the soul itself, I would like for it to be red. Um, I think the contrast would be nice with the idea overall. Red being Tom's favorite color, which was kind of tied with black. So the fact that there would be black in the tattoo as well. And um, apparently there's some different Scandinavian roots in my DNA. So I've been getting more into the Norse thing. Tom always liked the Norse stuff. Um, so he was actually a fan of Loki in both the comic and the MCU and the mythology, like all forms, which is why for a present I got each of us one of the Loki, like the actual Loki pendants. This is not based on any movie or comic book. This is um, supposed to be Loki's insignia. I don't know why the snakes, because I believe he turns into a horse at one point to give birth to a wolf. That's the mystifying thing about religious stories. Sometimes, if people actually read them, like really read them, they don't always make the most sense. Why am I looking? Hopefully, my hand's just looking fat to me. I really hope. I don't know. Um. So yeah, that's the tattoo idea, and I do I having him incorporated through his ashes into that tattoo as well. I think on many levels it will be really great. The placement, the imagery, the composition. Composition in many levels, because I know composition is a tattooing term. Um, I may have watched tattooing shows here and there. Um, I know a thing or three. So the other thing what that helped, I don't know, make things even a little bit easier was the urn that I found. And do keep in mind, me and Tom, big fucking nerds. Big fucking. Um, and I was trying to find something Marvel themed. And the best that people did was memorial boxes, which are I think more like keepsake boxes, and other urns that just, okay, they didn't read like a grown man is residing in here. um and I don't know, I wanted something fitting for him. And so in my searching, I found one, and I kept going back to it because, first of all, I just think it looks great. Um, and when I showed it to someone else, their first comment was like, it looks like Iron Man's armor. And that was part of why I kept gravitating towards it. So that's like it. He would love to be in this. Okay, I understand that. And so I'm just going to show you guys. Um, it's, metal, obviously, but I mean, the the red primarily, the gold secondary. There's even the little stripes of black in there to help make things pop. It's very eye catching, and it does it. Like if someone took a bit of Tony's armor and made a fucking urn out of it, and so yeah, it. I've basically been insisting that that's least the urn I want for here. Um, and there's some shelves that I set up. They originally were going to be his shelves for like his nerdy shit. Um, and I'm still gonna put nerdy shit on there. Um, excuse me. Like I got him some stuff from the first time he was kind of when he was in the hospital for the second surgery. I got him like a replica license plate from I believe it was it's either the first Avengers. It's one of Tony's cars though. Um, the license plate is seen briefly. So it's a replica of that. And I got like a little thing that's supposed to be like super soldier serum done by Howard Stark. And um, the there's the trading cards, the Captain America trading cards that Phil Coulson bleeds on. And I think eventually I want to get some fake blood and kind of actually put them on the cards because the blood doesn't look real on these. And I kind of want to make it look more so real. I want to figure out how to do that because technically the blood would be dried by now, so it could actually be a little bit brown. I'm gonna nerd spiral. But it's right as you're going into the bedroom, and so I kind of want to put the urn there with some of the museum tape, or I don't know what it's called. But they're these little dots, and you put them on something that you want to display on a shelf, and it helps keep it in place. It's used so well for me. It's so the cats don't knock it over, but like it's supposed to help for in case of earthquakes and stuff like that. So, um, you know, but basically it's so I can see him and touch him as I'm going into the bedroom. Um, and the idea and having the idea of it play out in my mind, it's a comfort. So, um, that's what I want to do. And, it's, I've made plans like that. And I think Tom would really appreciate it. And, I think he'd be happy that I've been making his mom laugh so much. Because I have been. I've been definitely making sure to do that. Because if you're laughing, you're not crying. Um, but it's just not the same. But I know in time it'll get easier. And I know that so long as I'm here, he's going to remain in my head and in my heart. And so, in a way, he's still alive. And it helps. Thoughts like that help me. And so I'm sharing that, to again reassure everyone that I'm okay-ish right now and I'm going to be okay. Ultimately, I'm going to be okay. I might be lean living a bit, but I'm going to be okay, in other regards. And I appreciate everyone that's been reaching out to me. Um, all the kind words, even people just conversing with me about other things. Um, I appreciate that too. Honestly, I I like the moments where things can feel a little bit more normal, just for a little bit. And I mean, this is normal now, but I'm not ready for it to be my normal. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'm sorry for I keep trying to clear my throat and everything, but I think it's just the topics, you guys. But once I'm done with this update and the video I want to do following this, um, I mean, I'm gonna try to have stuff that's, more upbeat, more, um, and I can anticipate some comments already, and I want to do happier content for me, not just for you guys, okay? Um, I don't want to keep apparently getting stuff out of my eyes because I keep getting stuff in my eyes, as you can see. No, I'm fucking crying. And I don't want to keep doing that. That's, it sucks. It really sucks. But yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I promise. I'm gonna be okay. I don't know if I'll ever find another partner again. And that's also a depressing thought. But I've at least already had some months to kind of have that experience because Tom's not been living here since October. And that has sucked. So sucked. So December, January, February, it's March, so about 5 months I've already been kind of living the single life. I still haven't taken the rings off. I don't know when I'm going to do that. But even once I do, they're joining this guy. And for those, I don't know if I posted the picture or not. If you guys want to see the rings, I know I posted it over in Nerfy's Discord, but I actually got a clear picture of my rings that we got shortly after Tom's diagnosis, and where it says Till Valhalla and stuff. If you want to see that, let me know. And I'll pop the picture up on my community tab. Because I still love the rings. I definitely plan on keeping them. And That's another, I don't know how my prospective partner would even feel about that, and that's why I don't know if, because, I mean, bonus mom is always going to be my mom, and that's through Tom, and, you know, this is always going to be my daughter, and that's through Tom, and, I mean, ultimately, hopefully, he's going to be in my skin, and, you know, in wherever I'm living, and, I mean, he's been a part of my life for so long that I I couldn't get rid of him. I couldn't, and I won't. I know that I'd be a vastly different person if not for him. I probably would have been still just as feral, possibly might have even had some prison time. I don't know, but I mean, I used to be a far angrier, aggressive person that just didn't have any love in her life, and I mean, fuck, my family didn't give a fuck. So I should say my immediate family, like my mom, my dad. Um, there's an aunt that I talk to. There's some cousins that I kind of touch base with. There's my sisters. We kind of talk. But like my mom, she saw the post I made about Tom, and all she said is that she's sorry. She didn't even offer to talk to me. She didn't ask for my phone number in like a private message or my address so she could send a card. Like nothing. Nothing. And I'm not, I don't know why I, I should I shouldn't have expected anything else. But, you know, Tom's extended family, his cousins and everything, they've been more awesome to me than my own mother. It's so fucked. So, yeah, I don't want to keep on this. I don't. So, I hope to fuck no, because I didn't do a test before I started this video, and especially with how long this has gone, I'm really hoping the sound works this time. I'm gonna wrap it up here, so I can check and everything. Um, hopefully I've covered anything, everything. Um, any questions, comments, concerns, drop them down below. Um, but hopefully, again, you understand that I'm going to be okay. I'm still working on it, but I am. Like, I, again, no intention of going anywhere. I'm going to prove it to you guys by actually trying to do more content here in the very near future. Um, and if there's specific things you'd like me to discuss, drop them. And hopefully soon, I'll have even more variety of things for you guys to look at or listen to, for that matter. Um, it's Saturday now, so enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully, it's not cold for you like it is for me when it's supposed to be spring. Like, what the fuck? But yeah. Uh, Technically, I'm going to be just right here in a moment doing this all over again. So I love you guys, and we'll talk again very soon. Bye.